Hey everyone, I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. So before I start today's video, I apologize, but we had to make several changes to our Lab 6 document, and it would be great if you guys could download the file again. So if you download it, you're not going to see any data files here because we're not working with external data sets. We are going to be dealing with digitizing our map and just creating all the features and storing them in our geodatabase. So this is a really fun lab. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, go ahead and uh, re-download the file and open up this Word document. Okay, so let's go ahead. So we want to create a new map for the Great Salt Lake. I can't believe we are halfway through our course, right? So we have 12 labs and we're already in lab 6. Time flies by. Make sure you're saving this in your desired location. Network drives, if you're using lab computers. So yeah, it's crazy. I haven't seen like so many of you and we're already halfway there. Yeah, I hope all of you guys are just like keeping safe. It's tricky times. The corona cases are rising again. Yeah, it's tricky times. Okay, so we want to change our base map to imagery and also manually change the coordinate system to NAD 1983. I hope you guys remember how we do that, right? So to change our base maps, we go to Map. Under Base Map, we select Imagery and we zoom into Great Salt Lake. Have you guys been there? I haven't. I want to. It's definitely on my list, things to do before I leave Salt Lake list. So yeah, there you go. Looks good. So we want to change our coordinate system now. So right click on your map, go down to properties, go to coordinate systems. So right now it's in Web Mercator, right? So that's the default. And we want to change it to NAD 1983 UTM. And the UTM zone for Utah is zone 12. So I wonder how we're gonna get there. So we are going to the projected coordinate system. We're gonna select UTM, expand this, select NAD 1983, and just navigate to 12 north. And there you go. Make sure you're saving your project. Okay, so step 1 is done. So we're gonna create a new polygon feature and store it inside our geodatabase. Okay, this is fun. So I think this lab is going to be really fruitful in terms of if you guys are working on your final projects that's like just looking at a particular lake or like a particular glacier or like a particular, I don't know, building and stuff like that, right? So the way you can do that is, so you have your catalog pane. I'm gonna dock this. All right, okay. Okay, so my map interface is looking a little weird. Let's close this up. I'm gonna do view, pull off my catalog pane. Oh. Okay, that's better. All right, so inside your database, you're gonna see your Lab 6 GDB that you created, right? You can also see that within your home folder. So we are going to make sure everything is saved here. So if I expand that, nothing pops up. So, right? So I'm gonna do that. Oops. Do a refresh and right click on it. So go to new, do a new feature class because we're gonna create a new polygon and we're gonna name it Great Salt Lake Boundary. The alias is gonna be something like GSLB. The type of feature class we want is polygon because it's a big area, right? You don't have to change anything else. Just fine. So just do next. Your fields, that's fine. Do next. Make sure it's in at 1983 UTM zone 12 and next. This is fine, just don't mess with it and hit finish. So yeah, you're gonna see like if you expand this or this, you're gonna see your Great Salt Lake Boundary feature class. So we're gonna add it here. And naturally, you're not gonna see anything show up because we haven't, first thing, we've not designated its like coordinates, right? Like, so let's go ahead and do that. So hit, go to your edit tab. Okay. All right, so go to your edit tab, do a create, and select GSLB. And so you're gonna see like a bunch of these tools show up. So select polygon or create a polygon feature. So we're gonna digitize this now. So you're gonna see like a snapping tool, like a plus sign show up in your map. So we're just gonna do this real nice and easy. So it doesn't have to be perfect, so don't worry about it. Okay. So I'm not the best at digitizing. Okay. Make sure like you have like a bigger area because we're going to do something else. So make sure your area is like bigger than the water body. So yeah, so there you go. That's my digitization of Great Salt Lake. It's not the best, but I'm okay with it. I'm not super proud of it though. So let's go ahead and save it. Save all edits. And once you've done that, go to map. Make sure like you're out of your snapping. So the way you can do that is go to map and hit explore. So that way you can change it. So it says that we have to, or we need to keep our scales at 750,000. So I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this and to write in here, like on like the bottom left of your map frame, you're gonna see different scales show up, right? but you can also manually change it or customize it. So I'm just gonna type this here, and there you go. All right, so the scale here has, I don't know, like all of the boundary doesn't like is not perfectly included in the frame, but that's okay. Like that's what the instruction says. So we're going to comply without complaining. Okay, so that's done. Now we're gonna create. So we want to remove the four largest interior islands in the southern section of the lake. So we can do this by creating a new layer in our geodatabase by digitizing the islands and using the erase toolbox. So if I uncheck this, and I zoom in, so you're gonna see like these four, these islands, right? And okay, I'm gonna change my base map to back to topographic, or maybe with labels, imagery with labels. Okay, yeah, this is good. Yeah, so we want to get rid of these four islands here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is not the best map because if you see further down, we're looking at like elevation points. So imagery is not the best base map for that. So I'm just gonna go back to topographic. Good old topographic. Yeah. So if you zoom into each of these islands, it's gonna show you like the height of the peaks here, and our deliverables clearly ask to highlight those later. So yeah, so I am going to digitize these four islands now, and we're gonna erase it later. So yeah, let's repeat that again. So let's go to our catalog pane. Let's right click on our geodatabase, do a new, do feature class. I'm gonna give this like Great Salt Lake Islands. And this is just gonna be like GSL or GSL I. So it's gonna be a polygon again. So we're gonna hit next, not gonna change anything. And hit finish. So we have another polygon here. So I'm gonna add that in. And let's go ahead and digitize. So edit, create. Make sure you're selecting GSLI or whatever alias name you've given. Click on polygon. So you don't have to be perfect at it. So if you right click on the last vertex, you're gonna see like these options pop up. So just select finish. So that's done. So you can see that it's selected. If I want to deselect it, I'm gonna click on clear. So that's gonna deselect it. I want to digitize this island now. Okay. Right click to finish, clear. Make sure to save it. Yes. Let's do these as well. Okay. Yeah, so if you're a perfectionist, yeah, that's great, but just make sure these are all covered up. They don't have to be too perfect. I'm going to right click, I'm going to do finish, clear, save. Let's do the last one, Antelope Island. Okay. So I hope you guys did something fun over the weekend. It's been like a really stressful semester, and I hope things get better. 2020 has been something, right? I made a bunch of dumplings, and I'm just snacking that for every meal, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Yeah. So it's so difficult to find like authentic Nepali dumplings here, so I just make my own. And I just like binge eat, which is not healthy. Need to work on that. Yeah, so anyway, we've digitized all our 4 interior islands within Great Salt Lake. So I'm gonna go ahead and save my project. So if you can see, yeah, I'm gonna quickly get rid of my snapping. So map, explore. So as you can see, I was like not working with, so the topographic map, base map is different from imagery. So this gives a lot of context. So as you can see, my digitizing has not been super proper, but if you guys want to go back and redo it, that's fine. This is okay too. So the whole idea is to like, we want to have like holes show up here, right? So yeah. So I'm just gonna go to analysis, hit tools, and my geoprocessing tab is gonna pop up, and I'm gonna find erase. So I'm gonna click on this, and it's gonna ask me to have like my input features and my erase feature. So my input feature is going to be the Great Salt Lake boundary, and I want to get rid of the island. So my erase feature is going to be Great Salt Lake islands, and I'm just gonna give this a name. That's fine. So I'm gonna hit run and pray that it doesn't crash. So let's hit save. If I get rid of this and this, there you go. You're gonna see holes inside your polygon, right? So yeah, that was like the whole idea of the first page of your lab document. Yeah, so we successfully erased it. Previously, the lab document had something like doing it with a clip, but I think it's much easier to do it with erase. So Alex and I discussed and we made some modifications. So great, so now we want to create a data source attribute in our attribute table, and this is easy. So firstly, I'm just gonna play around with the symbology. So you can right click or you can just directly hit in this rectangle here. I'm gonna do like a water area. Yep, and have like maybe a darker color. Yeah, and just have like a outline width. So there you go, that looks good. If you're not satisfied with the color, that's fine as well. Okay, I'm gonna stick with this. So I'm gonna save it. Make sure you're always saving your work. That's like the golden rule of GIS. So we're gonna go ahead, and this is going to be our new feature here, but I am just going to right click here, do attribute table, and just look at like the features. So as you can see, this is a completely new feature, so we don't want our attributes. Here we want to do it here in this layer, I think. Let's see. Yeah, so it's in the Great Salt Lake feature class. So just to bring this back on, right click, attribute table. That's interesting. So we're gonna add in our new fields. So there you go. We're gonna give it a name, data, source. Gonna have the same alias. So our data type is gonna be text. Okay. Oh, just gonna remove this. And I'm gonna hit save. And I'm gonna close this. So you can see like a new field pop up. So I'm just gonna fill this in with ArcGIS imagery base map. Oh, but okay, we have to change that. Imagery base map. Well, you know, we're not using imagery right now, so you can just go ahead and do ArcGIS base map, like topographic. Let's stay true to what we're doing. So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna close this. So we're gonna create new line features and digitize 3 major rivers that feed the Great Salt Lake, and at this given scale and at least 5 miles away from the lake. So, okay, I'm gonna have this as like a really light color. Deal with its transparency. Yep. And give it a good line width. All right. So yeah, as you can see, there's like a couple of rivers joining or like contributing to the Great Salt Lake. So once, if you zoom in here, oh, where did it go? Okay. So there's Bear River. What's this? So this is Ogden River. Okay. And we want 3, so there you go, there's Jordan River. Okay, it's interesting when I zoom in, it just, yeah, so there's Jordan River. So we're gonna digitize these. All right, so cool. Let's go back to our catalog, same drill. Right click, new feature class. We're gonna name this rivers, have the same alias. Yeah, so our feature type is gonna be line, and everything else is same. So make sure it's in NAD 1983. So there you go. Just add in this here, and let's go to edit, to create, click on rivers, click on this create a line feature, and digitize it. So we want to make sure that it's like 5 miles away from the lake, right? So I'm going to start here. Okay, this is pretty tricky. Yep, I'm done with that. That's fine. So right click, do finish. Let's change this color to blue. Clear. And let's save it. Save all edits, yes. Map, explore. Oh, there's Weber River too. So yeah, you can either do Weber or Ogden. I think I'll probably do Weber. That's easier. So I'm gonna do edit. I'm going to create again. Oh, okay. This actually like joins here, like it connects here. So okay. So as always, you don't have to be a perfectionist, but make sure it aligns. Okay, I am actually really close to my screen right now. Squinting my eyes. It's not a good sight. Okay, so right click to finish. Save. Okay, let's move up. Doing Bear River next, so let's start from here. Okay, this is tricky, but oops. If you guys want, you can like zoom in. For like assistance, if not, that's okay too. Okay, I'm just gonna do like right click, finish, clear, zoom out. Okay, there you go. You have like these three rivers, right? Show up. So that's great. And now I think we need to add these into our attribute table. Okay, so first we need to have them at like 100,000 scale. So that's probably a mistake, I think. Okay, let's try 100,000. That's probably a mistake. Oh yeah, so they wanted to make sure that when you're digitizing it, like it's at this scale, so it's easier to just have like trace the topographic map. It's okay if you guys don't want to do that either. So once you've done that, zoom out, and we want to create a river name and a data source attribute field and populate that. So let's go right click, attribute table, add fields. Okay. Oh, I probably haven't saved it. Yep. Make sure to save all your edits. There you go. After you've saved it, this is unfrozen again. So add fields. I think they want a name and a data source attribute. So on name, alias is going to be the same. So text. Data source. text. And let's save this. Close this. You'll see two new columns show up here. So let's go ahead and select this. So let's see what's selected on the map. So that's Jordan River. So Jordan River. So our data source is just going to be ArcGIS, base map, topographic. Just gonna copy that for everything. So let's select this. So if you double click in the gray space here, you'll see like what's selected. So this is Weaver. This is Bear. Oops. Okay, once that's done, go ahead and save everything. And we want to label these. So if I do imagery again, like no labels, yep, okay. I will stick to topographic, and so I'm gonna do label. So if you just go ahead, just do right click, label, you're gonna see these points show up because ArcGIS Pro is not gonna have any idea like which field it's gonna pull up, so we have to assign that. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off, and I'm gonna open my label class. Nope. Okay. Okay. So yeah, my label class here. And right now it's pulling up the shape length, right? We don't want this. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that, and we want name. So I'm gonna double click and I'm gonna check if it's valid. And I'm gonna hit apply. And if I do right click, label, okay, Bear River is not showing up. That's strange. Oh. Maybe I forgot to save this? Oh no. Let's try that one more time. Okay. That's it. Oh, there you go. It's gonna take a while. Close this. So this is not like the best practice. Like this is not how you label it, right? So go to position, do placement, do river placement. There you go. And this is way better. So yeah, that's how you label rivers. So save it if you wanna change the text size, something. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Font name. Yeah, I like that one. So make sure you're exploring all of that. So there's that. So next step is we're creating point features and digitizing the highest points of all the 4 islands. So we're going to digitize this at 20,000. Okay, so it just wants to just is asking us to like zoom in when you're like finding out the altitude for each of these. So I am slightly gonna like mess with the symbology here again. I want it to be no colors right now because I want to see the islands perfectly. So there you go. We'll start with Antelope Island. So you just have to go around and like look at these contour lines, see like what the highest point is. So it's right here. So this is 6586 feet. Okay. I think they want us to create a height island and source attribute field and populate. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna, oops, not this one, the islands. Okay, let's go back. Let's have these colorless as well. Let's do, okay. So this is 6586 feet. So right click, attribute table. I'm gonna save it. Always make sure you're saving it. Okay, add. So that's like name. Data type is gonna be text. Add a new one. So it's gonna be like height or elevation. It says, yeah, I'm just gonna, not to sound super fancy or anything. So height again. So this is gonna be, we're gonna select double. And finally, we want data source. Double again. Okay, make sure, oops, we don't want that. So right click, delete, and make sure you're saving it. Okay, let's close this, and you're gonna see 3 new columns show up, right? So let's give this a name. So, okay, to see which one is which, obviously you just click on this left, like the leftmost part of your table, and you're gonna see this selected. So this is like Carrington Island. Let's give it a name, Carrington Island, and let's see its height. So that's 4726 feet. 4726. It's gonna be just like, oh, I think I needed to have this as like a text, so let's save this. Let's go back to add. Oh yeah, I saved this as double, so I need to save this as text. Okay, save this. No. Yeah, so this is not letting me change it manually, so I'm gonna delete this and do it all over. So data source. This has to be text. So I'm gonna save this now. And I'm gonna go back. Okay, there we go. Now you can change it. So you can just have like ArcGIS up here. No pressure, like doesn't. Okay. Okay, so we wanna. Okay, Antelope Island. And it was 6586. And I'm gonna save this. Yes. Oops, I don't want that. So clear. Huh. So this is like Stansbury Island? Yeah, so Stansbury Island. Stansbury Island. And let's see, it's 6640 feet. I hope you guys are enjoying this lab. I sound tired, but I'm not. So, okay, so let's double click Fremont Island. And, oh, does that say Castle Rock or? Oh, does that remind you guys of like maybe Game of Thrones? Do you guys watch that? Okay. I used to watch that show, but yeah, I didn't like the ending. Oh, okay, let's clear that. So there you go, we have everything we need. So let's go ahead and save it. Close this, and I'm gonna close this. So, okay. Now, okay, so we need to update each feature's metadata to include information for tags, summary, description, and credits for all three features, right? All right, so that's pretty easy. So let's start with rivers. So right click, you can see like something like edit data, metadata here. So click on that. Oh, okay. Wait, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Let's try it with other layers. So if I view the metadata, it's not gonna have anything here. And it's not gonna let me edit it either. So that's interesting. So that's not gonna let me edit it. Okay, let's, oh, see, I can't do that for any of these. It should have been pretty straightforward. So I'm just gonna. Okay, let's Google it. So edit metadata on GS Pro. Yeah, so it says like we need to have like permission. Let's see the documentation. Da-da-da. Okay. So it says you can only edit data if you have the privileges to edit that data. Okay.